first.
That is why your team would get mopped every time.
No, I send out the shortest, most unathletic people first. So they are like, oh yeah, we got this.
Royce starts. Yeah, Royce starts. Royce starts. Royce starts. Royce starts. Yeah, Royce starts. Royce starts. Okay, step into the mind of a young boy genius, telling you what's going on in stadiums and arenas. We talking the NFL, we talking the NBA, we talking about the biggest sports news of the day. Got a favorite athlete, a team that you're thinking. Well, let's put it to the test and see where Royce ranks them. And listen, man, I could go on and on, but let's get into it, featuring his co-host Dom. Sit back, relax, and welcome to the pod, and let me introduce everybody to Royce's thoughts. Yeah. I said sit back, relax, and welcome to the pod, and let me
All right. So time of the week again where we record an episode of a podcast called
Royce's thoughts.
Moved by
Moving with Mardis.
As always, I'm your co-host, Dom, sitting across from the namesake himself,
Royce.
How we doing today?
Yep.
It is Wednesday, March 1st. We're in March. We're marching it up. And yeah, I think Royce, you're tired.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Correct?
Yeah.
You had a lot going on this last few weeks. Yay? No? Yay, may? Yeah. You also might notice you can see us again. I have got version 1.0 I guess this is version like 3.0 now. 4.0 maybe of the studio, and got the microphone arms back out. Need to get our nice little backdrop back up, but I have some ideas because like we can do some really cool stuff. Like I can zoom in on Royce now, like right there. There's Royce. Wave to the people. Wave to the people. He's not gonna do it. So that's fun, but otherwise I think we're in good shape. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. We wanted to bring the people what the people deserve, which is a weekly episode of Royce's Thoughts. But you're tired. So, you want to keep it short today?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, there's some big stuff that happened over the last week in NBA. You want to start there?
Sure.
Go ahead and want to tell the people about your LeBron.
Oh, LeBron got hurt.
What kind of hurt?
He hurt his ankle.
And is he hurt for a while?
Yeah.
At least how long?
I don't know.
2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. They're going to reevaluate in 2 weeks. What does this do for your Lakers playoff chances?
It probably lowers them.
I
think we'll be okay.
You think we'll be okay?
Yeah.
It's interesting because last time he was out this year, they actually went on a little mini run. Because AD started playing well.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Ja Morant dropped 50-something yesterday?
No, it was 39.
What did he have in one quarter, though? Didn't he have 28 in a second?
I have no clue.
Pretty sure he had 28 in a second. So, which is the highest from any single player this season. He also had 30 points in the paint, which apparently is the highest since they started, I don't know, a lot of time. Or the fourth, I don't know, it was weird. It was a weird way that StatMuse did the stat. But there's something about the fourth guard ever since the 80s or something like that. But anyway, okay, so you don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for the Lakers?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so then Damian Lillard dropped 71.
Mm-hmm.
Big deal or no big deal?
No.
He's only the 8th player to do that, to drop more than 70.
It's whatever now. Somebody already did it this year.
Dang. Is it?
I mean, it's cool, but...
Would you not? Listen. Do you think he's upset, though? You get 71 points. You just can't get 72? Donovan has 71.
I don't think he's upset.
He had 41 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of points, man.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's interesting that Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell are the ones that have 70 points plus in the way that they were both shooting in the All-Star game. Like, just ridiculous range. So, okay, clearly not a big deal for you. I thought there was going to be, I thought you might think that's a bigger deal. So. Okay. Then, well, I don't have any other NBA news. Is there any other NBA news I should be talking about?
I don't think so.
Okay. So with that then, what about the fact that I got nothing? I think I'm all in my head because I'm trying to make this a quick episode, but we're like 5 minutes into this thing, so we can't make it that quick. But like, I don't have a lot. Well, I know what I want to talk about, but I don't know that you want to talk about it. So before we do anything, let's talk about the fact that Sean Mardis and his team are the greatest sponsors ever of this podcast. They're our title sponsor, our OG sponsor, and we really appreciate all the things that Sean Mardis and his team do. So there's, and what Sean Mardis and his team do are buy, sell homes for you. So if you need that service, you should give Sean a call. Because there's never been a better time to buy, sell, invest. I don't know if that's true or not. Probably not in the economy today. But here's what I do know. If you need to make that move, you should call them because they can do a lot of things for you. You call them, go find out that information at Sean or at movingwithmardis, MARDIS.com. You can email him, call him, text him, chat him. He'll get with you. And, you know, tell him Royce sent you. But we thank Sean for all their continued support of the pod. With that being said, college basketball. I know you don't love college basketball, but I need to understand if you even care about this story. Are you aware of the Brandon Miller, Alabama story?
Yeah.
Do you have opinions on the Brandon Miller, Alabama story?
I do not.
Do you think it's a big deal that Alabama is playing Brandon Miller?
I do not.
So for those of y'all who may not know, listen, if you don't know about the Brandon Miller story, just literally Google it. But Alabama teammate was involved in an unfortunate situation early in this year. And there are a lot of public opinions saying that Brandon Miller should not be allowed to play basketball because he was involved in facilitating handing over a weapon to someone who then handed it to someone else who then used that weapon. That's basically what happened. The police said he's not a suspect. They said he's cooperating. But I just wonder, like, for you as the 14-year-old, I always like to know, like, your opinion on the way us older people like to think about stuff. And I was wondering, like, do you even think, and you said it, you don't think it's a big deal?
Has it been, like, confirmed that he did do something?
It's been confirmed that he brought the weapon to the scene and handed it to his teammate, and his teammate allegedly handed it to someone else who allegedly used it. I'm being very vague in case there's, like, you know, children listening. But that being said, again, just Google the situation if you're not aware of it. But I don't know that you can get in trouble for supplying something that was someone else's. Like, so it was his teammate's weapon. So his teammate sent him a text, said, "Bring me my weapon." So Brandon Miller did.
Yeah, I don't think that is that.
Right. Like, and then for me, I think what I did not realize that I knew that he brought it, but I thought he brought it and then it was like with intent for the dude to use. And then he was like firsthand, but like, it's kind of like the hockey assist. So in hockey, you get, if you make the pass to someone who makes the pass to someone who scores, it's the hockey assist, right? So like he made the pass, but he brought someone their rightful possession or their rightful property. And then that person decided to hand it to someone else who used it. So like, I don't feel I am probably in the minority now that I understand the facts. Like he's got rights. He's got those things. I don't think Alabama should sit him. If they do at this point, they're just doing it to satisfy the public opinion. But I was curious to know your opinion there. Okay, so that's only the first part. The second part, not about the story, is college. I believe that March is the greatest time in sports. Do you believe that March is the greatest time in sports?
I don't.
Do you know why I believe that March is the greatest time in sports?
March Madness.
Yes. And what starts next week?
March Madness.
Mini March Madness, because it's conference tournament week. Technically, it started now because the mid-majors are playing now, but like the big boys play their conference tournaments next week, and I get excited because everybody still got a chance to make it. Well, not now because again, mid-majors are not losing, but everybody's got a chance. That's where it's different than football. Not everybody's got a chance to win that championship. Technically, Louisville basketball at 4-30 has a chance. If they run the table in the ACC tournament, they're getting in to the big dance. And if they run the big dance, they're national champions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't say it was a good chance. I said they got a chance.
That's like less than 1% chance.
Yeah. It's probably less than that. Like I would say it's like 0.00000000001. You know what? I wonder if I can find a line from Vegas to see what Louisville's national championship lines are odds right now. So yeah, like you yeah. Hold up. So yeah, for me, I get really excited about that. Obviously you don't.
Well, I'm not excited. Not for the like conference championships or whatever. I don't really
Not
care.
for the conference championships, but for the NCAA you will.
Maybe.
So like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Be a little bit more excited.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's fair. Do you think that there's going to be any big surprises out of any of the big conference championships?
Probably, because everybody is not good and everybody's... Yeah, I think so. I don't know who.
Right.
But I think someone.
Okay. Well, here's what I'll say. I think that at the end of the day, I know that everybody's bad and everybody's good, but I still think it's going to be pretty chalk. I think like the top 25, I think the national champion will come from someone within like the top 15 this year. That's currently in the top 15.
Yeah, I say so.
All right. So how about this? Since we are going to fly through this thing, would you like to move to the Pick'em segment?
Yes.
Okay. So be 100% honest with you. We need to see what you did last week. So while we look that up, here's what we'll do. We'll play the second greatest jingle in all of jingles. Maybe. Apparently I'm not. Apparently not. Where is it? Right here.
Okay, stop. Let me take a look at your whip. Is it new? Is it from 2006? It could be a Lamborghini, Cadillac, a Buick. Either way, we making sure that your ride is legit. If you got a nick, a scratch, we could buff that out. Yeah, car feeling messy, don't let it stress you out. You gon' leave with the shine that's as clean as these rhymes. From the hood to the rim, got the wax. You want that advantage, the finish, ceramic, protected from damage. So fresh and so lavish. Now that you heard, yeah, why don't you spread that word? The best service in town is at MR Detailworx.
As always, when you need to get your car detailed, you gotta give Jerry and his team a call over at MR Detail Worx. That is MR Detail WORX. Because listen, if they're over there, they do a lot of good things. Okay, but quality service is what really matters to Jerry. So if you need your car detailed, give him a call. I'm probably very close to giving Jerry a call myself. The boys have spilled milk in the back seat. I can't figure out where it's coming from. It's all in the cloth now. They're gonna have to. It stinks. It just smells. Your mom was in it. It was like,
Okay.
I've gone nose blind. So I need Jerry. I need him to detail the car. I got nothing. I can't clean it. So when you're in a position like me, you can't clean it. Jerry can clean it. He can clean it. He can clean it. He's gonna clean it. It stinks.
That's gross.
I know, but here's the thing.
Just whatever.
Uh-oh. What is happening? By the way, that is a hilarious commercial. Anyway, yeah, if you need it, like it just, he's gonna have to. He'll do it. He's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, he'll do it if he's busy, if he's free. But anyway, so that being said, MR Detailworx. So Royce picks him. Last week, Texas versus Baylor, IU versus Purdue, St. Mary's versus Gonzaga, Boston versus Philadelphia, Lakers versus Mavericks. Texas versus Baylor. You picked Texas. Baylor won. IU versus Purdue. You picked Purdue. IU won. St. Mary's versus Gonzaga. You picked Gonzaga. Gonzaga won. Boston versus Philly. You picked Boston. Who won?
Boston.
Sweet.
3 for 5.
Lakers
the Lakers
versus
beat the
Mavs.
Mavericks.
You picked the Lakers. 3 for 5. You're back up. You're back up.
Typical week.
Your typical week. Typical week. That last week, going 1 for 5 really hurt you. Even though you claim it doesn't count.
It doesn't. I went not 1 for 5. I don't remember. No. What week was that? What happened?
That was the All-Star week.
Yeah.
And you just,
that doesn't count.
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
1
there.
for 4.
All right, so we got the first here. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think here's the problem. It's gonna be hard to do. We can do the pick'em because there's one like weekend left in college, but then after that, I feel like we might want to figure out how to do like a bracket pick'em, and maybe we do like a March Madness tournament bracket pick'em. So with that, give me Alabama, Texas A&M.
Basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Alabama.
Hold on. I'm gonna move this way so I can type at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got Bama?
Yes.
Apparently I can't type A's for some reason. Okay. By the way, you see how you just get worked last night by Iowa? Like they beat Purdue and then lost by 20 at home. Okay. Kansas, Texas for the second time this year.
Probably. I'm gonna go Kansas because I think Texas won the first game.
Okay. We got Pittsburgh and Miami.
Miami.
I think that might be like, is that for is that like for first place in the ACC, which is sad. The ACC is so down this year. Let's just stick with college basketball. Number 8 Arizona versus number 4 UCLA.
Arizona. I didn't know UCLA was number 4.
I saw that the other day, and
I
I was
apparently didn't know anything.
Arizona. You said,
yeah.
I mean, UCLA is like they could be that sleeper team again.
No, because they're ranked number 4.
Yeah, I mean, but nobody knows. Like you just said it, nobody cares. Okay,
They're like a 1 seed right now.
huh? They are a 1
So
seed.
they can't be a sleeper team.
I know. You're right. You know who's playing really good basketball?
Mm.
Kentucky. That hurts me.
It's wonderful.
It hurts me. I just don't like when they play good basketball. I need one other game. Okay. Do you know anything? Oh. Okay, we'll do the Sunday then. Okay. Would you rather pick Houston versus Memphis or Michigan versus Indiana?
I'm going to go Michigan and Indiana.
Okay. to close out the regular season?
I think Indiana. I think they're already in, but I think Michigan needs this win.
They do.
They need this win, so I'm gonna go with Michigan.
You're going Michigan.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, I think Michigan needs this win, but I think Indiana doesn't like Michigan. I'm going with Indiana because I went with Purdue last week over Indiana, and Indiana just got stomped on. So I'm gonna go with Indiana.
Okay. All right. Indiana it is. Okay. So that's Royce Picks. Sponsored by MR Detailworx. All right. So again, I know we're gonna keep it short. We are 19 minutes into this bad boy. You just want to move to the most anticipated segment of all sports?
Sure.
Where Royce ranks them. What are we ranking?
Top 5 MVP candidates for the 2023 NBA season.
Okay.
Yes.
Top
5
MVP candidates for the NBA season. Okay. Who we got?
Damian Lillard, honorable mention.
Okay. Any other honorable mentions?
No.
Okay. Damian Lillard, honorable mention. 71 points. Just good enough to get him honorable mention. Okay. Go ahead.
Number 5, Luka Doncic.
Luka. I don't really. Hey, can it? I don't like Luka that much.
I also don't like Luka that much. I used to not like Luka more than I don't. I like Luka more now than I did before.
I feel bad.
He's funny.
Yeah. I feel bad that he's. I don't know. It's just bad.
What?
He's really good, and he's done nothing to deserve the hate that he gets. But I think it's because he plays.
Luka.
There's a lot of people. I don't like Luka. I think it's just for me and you. Like we don't.
You.
Well, and you don't like Luka.
I don't hate Luka. I don't like him. I think he's very funny.
He's just. I think the reason I don't appreciate him is because he looks like he plays at the YMCA. Like it looks like he's the guy that when you go in, you're like, oh, you're the dude at the YMCA that got picked up, and then you see him play basketball, you're like, oh no, he cannot. He is way better than a YMCA basketball player. But looks, he wears number 77. He's a little pudgy. He does not look like the basketball player who's going to be the best player on the court. Does he not?
So it's whatever.
Does he not? I am just being honest with you.
Love this list then.
Oh, sweet. All right, number 4.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. It's interesting. I feel like if he weren't on the Sixers and he were playing the same way, that he would probably be number 2 on your list.
Well, what team would he be on? Give me a team.
Dallas Mavericks.
With Luka and Kyrie or without? Either way, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Chicago Bulls.
Maybe.
I just feel like Philly has like a stigma now. Where you're like, It
makes me think of Ben Simmons.
Right.
Which makes me want to puke.
He's not even there anymore.
No.
But it makes me think of the process, which was a joke.
That was funny. The process was Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons.
The process also went on for like 17 years.
The process was a long time. It was a long process.
So, I mean, listen. It's fine. Joel Embiid. I think he's having an MVP caliber year, and I just don't think we care.
Yep. Like last year.
Yeah. Number 3.
Number 3, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yep.
I mean, he's on the best team. He's the best player on the best team in the league.
Yeah. Guess you could say that. Debatable.
Don't they have the best record in the league?
I have no clue.
Pretty sure they do. I'll look that up while you tell me who number 2 is.
Number 2 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because he's Giannis and he's on MVP.
Do you think his injury is going to be?
No, he's playing.
Gotcha.
He's not even out anymore. He's still playing.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was out.
I'm pretty sure he maybe only sat out a game.
44-17, and then the Nuggets are 44-19.
Okay. So yeah.
And the Boston. Oh, crap. No. The Bucks are 44-17. The Boston Celtics are 44-18. So the second best record.
So it looks like Giannis is the best player on the best team, which is why he's ahead of Jason Tatum.
They've also won 15.
I knew this coming in to it. 15 in a row. Yeah.
All right. Then number 1 is
Nikola Jokic.
We want to talk about somebody who just doesn't look like he is the best player on the team.
Why do you say that? Give me the real reason why you think that everyone else on this list is fine except for Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic.
Because
I notice a theme that it's only those two on this list.
Yeah, because I can't pronounce. It's hard for me to pronounce their last names.
But you didn't have a problem with Giannis.
I'm just kidding. No, here's the thing. I want to be 100% honest with you. In today's basketball world, the game is shifting. Right? It used to be about high flying, athletic, or whatever. And listen, Nikola Jokic is the best big man passer I've ever seen. Flat out. He is a true point center. I know people have been talking about that for a long time, but he is a true point center. It is crazy how good and efficient he runs this offense. Kyrie did 2 off the backboard layups for him to dunk it, and he didn't even. I don't know that you could have got a deck of cards underneath his feet when he jumped. He's just not athletic. He's not athletic in the way that we're used to seeing basketball players. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about Luka. Luka actually is athletic. If Luka wore number 8, and that's bad because it's Kobe. But if he wore like number 5 or whatever, like we wouldn't care. Like I wouldn't care. But it's because he's 77, it makes him look bigger. I think of a lineman when I think of Luka Doncic because he's wears a lineman number in basketball. So yeah, I'm realizing. Yes, here's the thing. I know that if any one of those dudes were to walk into a gym with me, it's obviously not a contest. But let's just say that I were 6'6" or 6'7". And had played college basketball even, they would still mop me. Okay? I know that they're the best two of the best basketball players in the world. But you can't even argue that both of those guys, when it comes to what we used to call the bus test, right? So you pull up to a school, you get off the bus. Who do you send off the bus first?
Of who?
Like of your team. So the team, like the bus opens, the bus doors open. So everybody can see the little heads, driving on the bus or whatever. The bus door opens, players get off. Who gets off the bus first, Royce?
Of what?
Of a school bus.
Of what are my options?
Basketball, football, track, doesn't matter.
That does not make, I'm so confused. What? What do you mean who gets off the bus?
Who gets off the bus first? What player do you send off the bus first? Because the other team, here's the analogy. You pull up to a school.
I get the analogy.
The fans are looking at you.
The
the other team's looking at who do you send off your own bus first?
I would send the most unathletic people first.
That is why your team would get mopped every time.
No, I send out the shortest, most unathletic people first. So they are like, oh yeah, we got this. And then I send out the big dudes in the back, and they're like, oh, we got this.
Yeah, see, most people send the 6'9", 365-pound dude off the bus first.
You can do whatever you want to do.
They don't pass. They wouldn't. Neither one of those guys are going to be the first person off the bus. That's okay. If they're the last person off the bus, like you said, people ain't even going to take them serious. And then the game starts, you're like, oh crap, should have taken that guy serious. This is not an indictment on their thing. And I'm not trying to say this because they're Caucasian descent. I'm also not trying to say it because they're foreign. I'm just saying that both of them have what they do have in common is that they don't look the part.
How do you feel about James Harden?
Fat Harden or skinny Harden?
All of the above.
Fat Harden? same way as the feel about Luka and them.
Yeah.
I really do. Like the when James Harden is in shape, like Thunder Harden, yeah, man. Like that dude had it. But when it came to Lil Pudgy, honestly, you want to know who else I feel this way about? Kevin Durant.
What?
I feel the same way about Kevin Durant. He's tall, lanky, doesn't look like he's ever lifted a weight in his life. Looks like you can blow him over. Yeah. Doesn't brush his hair. You stand Kevin Durant next to LeBron James, who you picking? Without ever seeing them play basketball. Knowing that both of them are basketball players.
And we're in a basketball game, and I'm playing basketball, and I haven't seen either of them before ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably pick Kevin Durant because I know he's a basketball player. I don't know how good he is, but he's 7 feet tall.
LeBron's 6'8" and built like a Mack truck.
Yeah, he's great at football.
Okay. All right. That was a good list. Damian Lillard, 6. Luka, 5. Joel, 4. Tatum, 3. Giannis, 2. Joker, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's some metrics out there that basically said that he has the MVP locked up already for the 3rd time in a row.
Possible.
So, all right, with that, what you got for the people?
Today's Jamar Chase and Tyreek Hill's birthdays. Birthdays.
2 really good wide receivers.
Yep.
If they were a race, who wins?
Tyreek Hill.
You think?
Yeah.
I feel like Jamar Chase is faster than we give him credit for.
Yeah. Not that fast though.
All right, well, listen, short one today. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, well, until next week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we out.